part of what I wanted to say I couldn't deliver, I didn't know anyway. Such a bittersweet taste, such a perfect waste, oh, hiding in the back of my conscious state. Such a wonderful sound, such a beautiful way to hit the ground. I hear you call through the echoes of my mind.
So I'm now joined by Holly Kellingray and Brooke Jones. Now, why was it important for you guys to come to this event this evening ahead of the awards?
So I'm actually part of the Real Scene. So their film has actually been nominated for the awards in January, which is amazing. So well done, guys. And we actually also own our own theatre company, TheatreUK Theatre, and we're really passionate about working with new writing, new artists. So we just like to come to meet new people and eventually help them support their new work along with our new work, basically.
Definitely. I think it's also important to meet new people, make new contacts. We're trying to run some scratch nights and meeting new people, getting them involved with it and getting their work on new platforms is really important to us as well.
So you say you run a theatre company. So this is celebrating film, but are you looking to sort of find sort of nuggets of talent to bring to the stage?
Yeah, so we recently did our first scratch night about a month ago now, and we're doing another one in February. And it's basically just about bringing new writing into the forefront of the arts industry, not just restricted to theatre. We're also very passionate about film ourselves, so we've got a few scripts sort of on the back burner. We write a lot of spoken word ourselves, which we're also thinking about bringing into the film world. And we've just got a few ideas in the running really for a new sort of like a feature film or a short film. So we're kind of trying to transition that over into the film world. And we're both, we've both dabbled in sort of film work as well, obviously hence I'm at the Real Scene. So yeah, we want to basically bring that as well into the film world and support films that are new, up and coming, short films, also films that are experienced as well.
Yeah. And what do you think the difference is in approach between writing for a film and writing a piece of theatre?
I think they can be different but also the same. I think the emotion is the same in all of them. When you're building those characters, thinking about who they are, where they've come from, that's kind of the same, but it's just the display of it. I think in film it's so subtle and everything is captured. I mean, it's so different when we do something for our theatre company. I mean, our spoken word is really kind of out there, quite showy, like lots of caricatures, but then when we've done films together at university, when we've trained together, everything's really subtle and it's all about kind of having that internal emotion. So I think it's great to kind of get other actors involved and see what they can do, because they're two different skills, but yeah.
It's really interesting you're saying about doing spoken word as a theatre piece, because often spoken word is kind of considered as like, just getting up there performing some poetry, but to make that come to life, and that's quite an interesting concept. How did you come up with that?
So we trained together at the Arts University in Bournemouth. So the year that we were finishing, we got asked to you basically have to do a piece. It can be something you've written, something you've made, it can be like an art piece, it could basically be anything. And we said, let's just try out something ourselves, a piece of new writing. And basically what we did was we just chucked everything in that we liked. We had a bit of naturalism, we had some spoken word.
Physical theatre.
When we say spoken word, our spoken word is slightly different than poetry. Right. It's written in verse, it's very, very rhythmic, and it's very fast, and it's very in your face in the sense that it's, you're watching something rather than punchy basically. So we did that, and then we basically extended the piece that we wrote for AUB, and we did it at Camden Fringe, and then we just basically took all the advice we had, and everyone loved the spoken word, and we've just gone with that basically. And we've had great feedback really from everyone that's watched the spoken word. And
what's great about it as well is that because you create this own world within the spoken word, you can be different characters. I mean, within our piece there's 2 people in it and there's about 7 characters, because there's this world that's created with the spoken word, because it's not realistic. It's this kind of different world where everything rhymes, everything's really punchy in your face, and it just lets you play with characters and lets you play with voices, lets you play with different body postures, everything. So yeah, it's just fun.
It's not realistic, but also everybody still buys into it. I think that's the kind of magic of it, and that's what we've found we've enjoyed, but also the audience have enjoyed, which is why we want to run with it, because there's not a lot of other people we've seen that do the same kind of spoken word. So we're passionate about creating something that's fun but realistic, and people buy into it still, even though it might be a little bit out of this world and a little bit, crazy.
It's caricature, but the emotions are raw and real, and often we like to work from real stories. I mean, our play Little Fools was based on an Australian's real story, and we like to work from truth, so we take something that's real and kind of have fun with it and put our own mark on it.
It's almost like a modern day Shakespeare in a way, if you think about it. Well, I mean, it is, isn't it? Because he created sort of a surreal sort of concept where everything is rhyming, and he's introducing his own kind of words, his own phrases that we still use in just day-to-day language. I mean, do you think you're maybe taking the baton in a way and creating something for the 21st century? Because actually, if you think about it, it hasn't really been done an awful lot in this century, or the last.
Yeah. I mean, we'd like to obviously hope and think. I mean, that's obviously an amazing compliment. But, I think when we first started doing the spoken word, we didn't even think of it like that. It was just something that Brooke used to be really good at poetry in school, and you came with a few sort of ideas, and then we kind of ran with it basically. And then it wasn't really until our last piece, and then we did the spoken word piece at a scratch night last year, that we thought, oh, actually, it's something a bit different, and actually it's basically a whole piece written in verse. I mean, most of it, or iambic pentameter, at least some of it.
I think what's lovely with working with someone that is my best friend as well, is that sometimes it might seem daunting to have to make everything rhyme or everything's in verse, but you've always got that person to bounce off. I think that's what makes us work so well, that if someone's kind of having a writer's block or something like that, I can reach out to Holly and be like, what rhymes with this, what works with this, and it's just so much easier and it's so much more in the flow.
I think I know what you mean, and thank you. And I look forward to seeing it. So thank you so much for speaking to me this evening. I wish you best of luck with everything, and I'm really intrigued, so I'll definitely check it out. What's the name of your theatre company? I don't think at any point you said that.
So our Hooked Theatre, our theatre company is called Hooked Theatre. So yeah, we're on everything on Facebook, social media, Instagram, Twitter.
Hooked Theatre, you should find us.
Hooked Theatre, we've got a website, yeah, you'll find us.
Great, thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely evening. I'm here on the largest of the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, with the turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea, beautiful mountainous landscape, the thriving city of Palma, quaint little market towns, a growing number of luxury hotels. It's no surprise that the likes of Audrey Hepburn and Elizabeth Taylor like to holiday here. So come and join me as I take you round Mallorca.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.